More than 70% of older adults in the United States wake up at least twice a night to use the bathroom. That number comes from the National Institute on Aging, and it tells us something urgent. This is no longer a small inconvenience. It has become a silent crisis that is draining sleep, memory, balance, and independence from millions of people across the country. Specialists at the Mayo Clinic warn that the exhaustion caused by nighttime urination accelerates aging faster than almost any other form of stress. So let me ask you something simple. Have you ever wondered why you are the one waking up in the dark while your partner sleeps through the night? Have you ever felt that you do everything right, drinking less water, going to bed early, trying to relax, yet nothing seems to change? Have you ever sensed that your body might be trying to tell you something important, something you should not ignore? If any of that feels familiar, I want you to know something. You are not alone. My name is Dr. Michael Johnson. For more than 25 years, I have worked with older adults from Ohio to Arizona, from the Midwest to the East Coast, helping them navigate the challenges that come with aging, especially the ones nobody talks about. I have listened to the stories. The slow walk down a dark hallway at 2 in the morning, the hand on the wall for balance, the long sigh when you try to lie back down, knowing the night is not over yet. I understand that frustration. And I also know a truth that very few people have ever been told. The problem is not your age, and you can absolutely return to sleeping 6 to 8 hours straight. There is one simple shift that changes everything. A shift so powerful it has helped many of my patients sleep through the night for the first time in years. And I promise you this. Before this video ends, you will know exactly what to do. But before we get to that, we need to take a closer look at what is really happening inside the aging body. That is where our journey begins. One, what Nocturia really is and why it matters. Across the country, many older adults live with the same quiet frustration. The night breaks again and again. One trip to the bathroom, then another, sometimes more. New data from the National Institute on Aging shows that a large majority of older Americans wake at least once during the night, and a significant portion wake 2 times or more. It may feel normal, yet the impact reaches far deeper than most people realize. Every interruption steals the body from its natural rhythm. A single misstep in the dark raises the danger of a fall, and hip fractures remain one of the most serious threats to long-term independence. The mind suffers as well. Deep sleep is the moment when the brain clears waste and restores memory. When that cycle is broken, clarity fades and focus becomes harder to hold. Each sudden waking drives stress hormones higher, pushing the heart and blood pressure into unnecessary strain. Over time, this stress shapes mood, energy, and even the desire to stay active and connected. You may recognize the weight of this pattern in your own life. The heavy mornings. The fog that settles over simple tasks. The quiet thought that something inside you is shifting in a way you cannot quite name. That feeling is real, and science supports it. Long-term sleep disruption increases the risk of cognitive decline, heart failure, and emotional exhaustion. Studies from leading American research centers show a consistent link between chronic night waking and faster aging of mind and body. Understanding the depth of this issue is the first act of self-compassion. When you acknowledge what your nights have become, you also open the door to change. And from here, we can begin exploring the methods, habits, and scientific strategies that help restore balance and reclaim the peaceful nights your body still deserves. Let us move forward together. 2. The 3 physical causes behind nighttime urination. When we look closely at the body, we begin to see that nighttime waking is not a personal failing. It is the natural shifting of systems that have carried you through a lifetime. Modern research from American medical centers shows clear patterns, and once you understand them, the path toward change becomes much softer and easier to walk. The first major shift is the decline of ADH, the hormone that tells the kidneys to slow down at night. Studies from the National Institutes of Health show that this hormone can drop by more than half in older adults. When ADH decreases, the kidneys keep working at daytime speed, creating more urine than the bladder can comfortably hold while you sleep. You may have felt this for years without ever knowing its name. The second change is the bladder itself. With time, its walls lose some of the stretch and flexibility they once had. It fills faster. It signals earlier. This is why many older adults wake even when the bladder is not completely full. The body becomes more sensitive, more alert, more reactive in the fragile hours of the night. Do you notice how even a small urge can now pull you out of sleep? The third cause is the movement of fluid in the legs. Many people experience swelling in the lower legs during the day. When you finally lie down, gravity releases that fluid back into circulation, and the kidneys must filter it. Researchers from leading cardiovascular clinics in the United States note that this redistribution is especially common in those with blood pressure issues or weakened veins. The result is predictable: a wave of urine production a few hours after bedtime. These changes can feel discouraging, yet there is comfort in understanding them. They are not your fault. They are not a sign of weakness. They are simply signals. And once you can name the signals, you can respond with clarity and compassion. Simple adjustments in daily routines can ease the load on the kidneys, calm the bladder, and reduce the surge of nighttime fluid. Awareness is always the first step toward healing. Let us continue. The three misunderstandings that make nighttime urination worse. There are moments in life when we do what seems logical, yet the body responds in the opposite way. Many older adults try to solve nighttime waking with habits that feel sensible, even responsible. But modern research across the United States shows these habits often make the problem heavier, not lighter. When you understand why, you may begin to see your nights with new compassion. The first misunderstanding is drinking too little water during the day. It feels natural to think that less water will mean fewer bathroom visits. Yet the science is clear: when the body becomes dehydrated, the urine grows darker and more acidic. This concentrated fluid irritates the bladder and triggers signals long before the bladder is full. Many people tell me they drink less and still wake up. Have you felt that confusion yourself? The second misunderstanding is blaming a small bladder. People often believe their bladder no longer holds what it once did. But studies from American urologists show that in most cases, the real issue is the kidneys. At night, they produce more urine than the bladder can manage because the hormones that normally slow them down have fallen. The bladder is not the enemy. It is only reacting to what the kidneys send. The third misunderstanding is using wine or beer to relax before bed. The first few minutes may feel calming, but alcohol acts as a strong diuretic and sharply suppresses the hormones that control nighttime urine production. Research from major medical centers in the United States shows that even moderate evening drinking can raise nighttime urine output by 20 to 30%. The result is predictable: a restless night and a heavier mind the next morning. And caffeine lingers even longer, often staying in the system for 6 hours or more. These habits are understandable, even human. You may have chosen them with the hope of easing your nights. But awareness brings power. When you see how the body truly responds, you can begin to make gentler choices that support rest instead of disrupting it. Each small shift becomes an invitation to calmer evenings and deeper sleep. Let us continue forward together. 4. The ASIM method. There comes a point when many older adults realize that the body sleeps better when water is given with intention. The ASIM method brings together research from American kidney and sleep specialists, and the quiet wisdom of listening to your own rhythm. As you hear each step, notice where it touches your own nightly experience. Have you ever wondered how different your nights might feel with a softer routine? The first step is adjust. This means offering most of your hydration earlier in the day. Kidney researchers note that the kidneys work more efficiently while the body is upright. Drinking the majority of water before late afternoon keeps the system balanced and prevents the dry, concentrated urine that irritates the bladder. Many older adults lose the natural feeling of thirst, so drinking only when thirsty is rarely enough. The second step is soften. As the afternoon settles into evening, the flow of water should ease. Smaller amounts allow the body to stay comfortable without overwhelming it. Studies across the United States show that higher evening blood sugar increases urine production, which is why limiting drinks around dinner and keeping evening meals earlier can gently protect the night. The third step is stop. This is the quiet 2-hour window before bedtime when the kidneys need stillness. Research shows that it takes up to 2 hours for the body to process fluids, and older adults often filter more slowly. Even a small drink late at night can disturb sleep. The fourth step is integrate. A small amount of natural electrolytes in morning water helps the body absorb fluids more efficiently and prevents the cycle of drinking more yet still feeling thirsty. The final step is manage. Choosing calm, bladder-friendly foods at dinner supports the night. Avoiding spicy foods, chocolate, caffeine, and watery meals keeps the bladder from being overstimulated. Protein and cooked vegetables help stabilize blood sugar and ease nighttime urine production. Each step of ASIM is a gentle invitation to bring the body back into rhythm. And with rhythm, rest begins to return. Let us continue. 5. The supporting techniques. There are gentle practices that can deepen the effect of any nighttime routine. These techniques are simple, yet backed by years of research from American urologists and sleep specialists. Many older adults tell me that once they added these small habits, their nights began to soften. As you listen, Notice which of these steps feels right for you. The first technique is double voiding. This means visiting the bathroom twice before bed, with a quiet pause in between. The body relaxes more fully during that pause, and sitting allows the muscles of the pelvic floor to release. Studies show that this reduces the amount of urine left behind after the first attempt, especially for men with prostate enlargement. Have you ever felt as if you just went, yet the urge returned moments later? Double voiding helps prevent that. The second technique is what many specialists call the gravity elevator. 1 to 2 hours before sleep, raise your legs so the feet are higher than the heart. This simple position gives the body time to clear the fluid that collects in the legs during the day. Researchers from American cardiovascular clinics note that this is especially helpful for people with vein weakness, mild heart issues, or long hours of standing. By moving that fluid earlier, the kidneys have less to process during the night. The third technique is lowering salt intake. A high-sodium diet pulls more water into the system and increases thirst, which leads to more drinking and more urine production. Studies across the United States show that people who reduce processed foods and cook more at home often drink less without effort and sleep more peacefully. Do you notice how certain meals leave you feeling more thirsty than others? Each of these practices supports the body in a different way. Together, they invite the night to become calmer, steadier, and kinder to you. As we come to the end of this conversation, I want to remind you of something simple and freeing. Nighttime urination is not a sign that you are fading. It is not an unavoidable part of getting older. It is a pattern that can be understood, guided, and eased with the right choices. Your body is not working against you. It has been asking for a wiser rhythm, and now you finally know how to give it that. I have watched so many people reclaim their nights once they understood their own patterns. One patient looked at me with tears in his eyes and said that he slept through the night for the first time in years. 7 hours without waking. He told me it felt like getting a piece of himself back. A moment like that stays with you. Maybe you are hoping for your own version of that. Maybe tonight can be the night you begin again. You deserve rest. You deserve clarity. You deserve mornings that feel lighter, calmer, and full of your own strength. And the first step is simple. Try the ASIM method tonight. Give your body a chance to respond. Feel how even small changes can open a new space inside you. Before you go, I want to hear from you. How many times do you wake up during the night? Your story may help someone else feel less alone. Leave a comment and share your number. And if this message brought value or comfort to you, let your voice be part of this community. Like this video, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe to the Healthy Aging Path. We are walking this journey together, and your best nights may still be waiting for you.